showtime.
Well, there you have it. Somebody enjoying the ultimate abyss as they scream all the way down.
The entire way.
The entire way. Thank you all for joining us. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, and co-host, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone calls her that. We are coming to you live this very moment from the Utopia of the Seas. We are in our cabin 9440. And we are happy you're with us. If you are already part of the Tall Man Clan, thank you so much for coming back time and time again. If you are new to the channel, do us a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing, and it really does help out the channel, and we would sincerely appreciate it. All right, so that being said, we are going to be talking about Deck 5 today, but of course, before we do, we've got to give you a little bit of balcony cam.
Heck yeah.
That is not a live balcony cam from this ship because we are in an inside cabin. That was from our last voyage, and that was from a Deck 15 view. So beautiful, beautiful shots. Love it, love it, love it. So before we get to Deck 5, which is coming up next, shall we say hello to everybody?
Let's do it.
Hello, everybody. Okay, next. No, I'm kidding. Macrina's like, woohoo, cruise night. Every night is cruise night this past month.
I think so.
Hello, True Texan Girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mama Tall Man, how you doing? We get to see more of the... Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see a lot. True Texan Girl says that dessert looked good, and yes, it was delicious.
Yes,
every last
little
bite.
tartlets.
Little tartlets. Not to be confused with smartlet. Tartlet or Bartlett. I don't know, whatever. Hello, Patricia. How are you doing tonight? 43 days until True Texan Girl's on the Mariner.
Yay.
Awesome.
Yay.
You were able to get Chops Grill lunch on sale for $15.99 per person. Wow. Nice. Good for you. Enjoy the lunch there.
Yeah.
Hello, Valerie. Hello, Mamie Radar. Hello, New Mexico. How are you doing tonight? Ashley. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Good evening, Gina Maxwell. Ashley's like, well, I'll be on the Mariner in June. Well, there you go. Awesome. Yeah, we just were on the Mariner not too long ago.
Yeah.
Bev's like, made it.
About a year.
Huh?
About a year.
About a year?
Yeah.
Bev says, made it, snow shoveled and cat fed in the bick of time.
I think it's
We're going to go
Nick of time.
Nick of time, that's right. Shane, hello, buddy. How you doing? Good evening to you as well. Can't decide if I like looking at your bright faces or the balcony cam. Well, the good news is, guess what? Our faces are still part of the balcony cam. They're just a little bit smaller faces. I don't know.
We aim to please.
Macrina says, yacht club to the not club. But yeah, we're doing all right. It's okay. It's all right. So that being said, let's get into deck 5, and then we'll talk about the rest of what was going on today.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Lisa and I. We are on deck 5 here on the Utopia of the Seas. We're at the front elevator bank right here outside the deck 5 area of the Royal Theater. We're going to walk you around 360 degrees and show you everything. Now, before we get into the theater, you see there's some stairs. There's a restroom on this side, and there's an outside area to deck 5, which we'll show you in another video. But I wanted to make sure I at least show that to you. Again, women's room, handicapped accessible women's room. Sorry about that. But we are going to go take a peek in the Royal Theater. I already took a peek in here in order to make sure there was nothing important going on. We don't want to interrupt rehearsals or meetings that may take place in the middle of the night. Now remember, we are on deck 4, so this is actually the balcony. We didn't get to get in on deck 4 because they did have the fire doors closed, which typically set off an alarm when they open. But as you can see, this theater is gigantic, guys. Absolutely gigantic. I love a little special box up there. Isn't that neat? So there's your theater from deck 4. We came in this door. There's again a set of stairs to get down to 4th deck. Another set of stairs here. And it's just a mirror image. You can see there's also a spot for wheelchairs or scooters. And it's amazing that's just almost no obstructions. I mean, there are a couple of poles in the way, but very, very few obstructions. And especially with a theater this size, you'd expect there would be more. All right, so let's get on out of here. To show you the rest, deck 5, which is the promenade. There's a restroom on this side too, let's not forget that. And that's the men's room, which is also handicap accessible. So let's take a good look at the rest of deck 5, because this is a busy deck and there is tons of stuff down here. ATM, if you need an ATM. It says CPay right here. That's closed, so I guess you can't use it. Here is sort of the side door to one of the little club spaces. Platinum. So this is, I think, like a little karaoke space. You can go in there and sing karaoke and record yourself. So that's what this is. We came in this little side door. There's the main door right here. Again, this is called Spotlight Karaoke. And so if you want to record yourself singing, you can make a reservation and you can have a booth and make your own karaoke. We'll just show you from this door as well. So there's all these kiosks down the middle. If you've been on any Oasis class ship, this looks just like it because it is the 6th Oasis class ship. The shop. So here's all your Royal Caribbean merch. Obviously, we're closed. We'll get you videos of the shops on a later date. The other entrance there. Okay. Here's your port merchants, alcohol and tobacco. Right in there. A couple of candies and things too. Bell and Barley. he's washing the floor. So actually, he just washed the floor that we're on. But this looks just like the Bell and Barley and all the rest of the Oasis class ships. Great place to have a little snack or a little drink. Also, lots of entertainment that happens down here. Balloon drops and different parades and things. But up there is where the band will play if they're having a band out here.
Or DJ.
They were up there last night playing. It looked pretty and sounded pretty good, actually. Accessories place. So you forgot your purse, lost your purse, want a new one, replacement, whatever. There's a place for that. By the way, look at that beautiful Christmas tree. Here's Cafe Promenade. You can get some coffees, little sandwiches too. We'll just show you here. Some little desserts or little sandwiches. And they have a drink station. Hot drinks, hot water. I love the little sort of interesting way to get them out, right? And then you've got apple juice, lemonade, different drinks like that, ice and water.
The drinks are 24 hours.
Your rising tide. There's the other neat side of it. So it's a bar that goes up and down. Obviously, it's up right now. It covers 3 different decks. We should guest services area. If you have any issues and you need resolution, come down here to guest services. We'll look at the other side here in just a little bit, and there's some stairs to get to the next deck. Regalia, your watch shop. If you're into collecting watches, cruise ships is a great place to get a great deal. Your Voom internet desk is on this side. There's a shopping desk over there. Obviously, they're both closed now. But we're going to continue to stay to the right here. Elevator banks. Remember, you got to use the keypad. Don't climb into an elevator. You haven't pressed that keypad or you're not getting anywhere. So there's a men's room down there. You see stairs as well. Also handicap accessible. We're all the way in the back of the room, back of the ship now. We're going to look on deck 5 of the restaurant. Now this is set up exactly like the other 2 decks. So if you've watched those tours we did, this is exactly the same. Ooh, I smell breakfast. I can smell the bacon cooking. This deck also has that cool looking little island. We won't go in there this time, but there's a little access point there and up here towards the front. And it's mirror imaged on the other side, of course. I think this would probably be my favorite table to set up right here, because you would be overlooking all of this. Isn't that neat? When we first walked in here, we got on the ship, obviously there was no dining going on. It was fairly quiet. But I said to Lisa, I said, I bet it is just unbelievably loud in here. Well, actually, it wasn't. We had dinner up here last night, back in this little section over here. And even though this place was absolutely packed, it wasn't very noisy. We could have a simple conversation. And that's our little seating area back there. So there you go. There's your Deck 5 entrance and tour of the restaurant. We'll walk out here and get the other side of the promenade. Now you can either go to the right and get to some more elevators as well as a bathroom, or go to the left and get to another set of elevators and another bathroom. But we're going to walk right down the middle here. Bathrooms all the way at the end. Bathrooms all the way at the end. One's women's, one's men, but also access to the outside of this deck, which we'll show you in another video. Here is the pesky parrot. Very well themed in here. Love it. See all the dollars? You see stuff like that down in the Caribbean and some of the bars. Love how they've done it here. Ooh, that is where we came in when we got on board the ship. Effie Jewelers. You're looking for something beautiful for your wife. Effie Jewelers, right here on the ship. Utopia. Here's your next cruise desk. Excuse me. So if you want to book another cruise on Royal Caribbean while you're on the ship, usually it's always recommended because you get extra perks typically when you do that. And so you would come down here and speak to the people that are here. There's hours of operation right there. But you can book future cruise right here while you're on the ship. Now, if you use a travel agent to book your cruises, you can still book here. It will automatically transfer to your travel agent, but you still get all those extra perks. On this side, we have Sorrento's. This is where you go to get your pizza. Obviously, they're currently closed, but there's also a little drink station right there for some water and things. And then the little pizza ovens right there. There's a little seating area. Oh, by the way, your soda machines right here, self-serve soda machines. There's another little seating section for Sorrento's here, as well as access right there. And I guess technically, you can enter from the ship right there as well. They have tables here right now, but they would put those tables away. All these center little kiosks. Here's Solera. Ladies, you forgot your makeup or ran out, or even perfumes or whatever, come to Solera. It will take care of you. Starbucks. This is Bolero's. See a little dance floor in there. Band. And if you remember correctly, we showed you those stairs when we were on deck 4. Here they are. And it also says to the entertainment place. Remember, you can get to the theater down there. The main floor of the theater is down here. You can sort of see the sign right there, Royal Theater, right? Studio B is down there where they do the ice skating rink, so you can get down there from here. Outside of that, we have now seen all of Deck 5. We're right back where we started. So there is so much that happens on Deck 5. Let us know what your favorite spot is. All right, until we see you on another deck or another ship, be safe.
And there you have it. Deck 5.
Thank you all for the thumbs up.
Yes,
I really do
everybody,
appreciate it.
everybody. We do appreciate it. So
Yes,
let's
thank
see what everybody is saying here. Macrina's like, in the highlights, was that a real parrot? If so, he did not look so happy. No, it's not. That's the parrot that's in the pesky parrot.
But he looks amazing.
He does.
Yeah.
When you're face to face with him, I mean, it's like, really? Are you? Oh, no, you're not.
And he talks every time we walk by, but we never had the camera ready. So when we go up to try to get him to talk,
Yeah, he won't talk.
no, he won't do
He's
it.
stubborn. Ashley says, Utopia looks so beautiful. I am itching to go now. Yeah, she really is stunning.
Yeah, it's
Right?
a beautiful ship.
And I know Macrina says, looks like the local mall. It does.
Mm-hmm.
But all the Oasis class ships have that same look. And so, but that, I don't think it's a detractor.
I don't think it is
Right?
either. Yeah.
But it does kind of look like a mall down there on Deck 5. But it's beautiful. Wait till you see some of the upper decks that we have yet to film.
Yes.
But we will. She's like, beautiful MDR. Yeah, that restaurant is huge. Which I'm going to make a retraction. When we ate there the first night, we were literally tucked all the way around the back in the corner there, and it was fairly quiet. The last couple nights, we've sat actually in the same table, which is out closer in the normal area, and it's fairly loud. I mean, it's not like overwhelming.
No.
But there's a noise level, right? Just there's that hum. I don't know what else to call it, right? Because people are talking and having conversations over dinner. There's plates clanking and things. It's just there's an audio level, but it's not. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't stand it here.
No, we're next to the rail, and so there's a lot of foot traffic going back and forth. So there is a little bit more noise there, I think, than in some of the other areas. But we're not having to shout at each other. We can have a normal conversation. It's just a little bit more traffic, I think.
As opposed to this.
Up on the pool deck. Yeah, this isn't relaxing. Not so relaxing.
This is more relaxing.
Central Park, not so much. I think we're getting closer.
I think we found the only quiet spot on the ship.
Yes.
It is a very loud ship.
Loud. So today was a sea day, and of course there was lots of activities all over the ship.
Yes.
It wasn't sort of just in one area. But let me tell you, man, you could not think on the pool deck.
No.
And I can't tell you how many people we ran into that were like, what? Like, we would leave and go towards the elevator, and everybody was commenting about how loud it was.
Yes.
In fact, if you noticed in that little clip, we'd actually gone down to Central Park to see if it would be a little bit more quiet. And it was nearly as loud in Central Park as it was on the pool deck from the music and what was going on from the pool deck filtered all the way down to Central Park.
Yeah, I standing outside Central Park, there's the elevator banks, and when the doors would open and close to go out into Central Park, it went from like silence to la 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 la. It was just amazing, just how much the music from Deck 15 filtered down into Central Park, which is what, Deck 6?
8.
8. Oh, I thought that was Boardwalk. Okay, but yeah, it just filtered right on down.
Could be 6.
And we thought
Boardwalk is 6. Boardwalk is 6. Central Park is 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's just take a look. All right, Deck 6. We have wait.
No,
Deck
scroll.
6.
Boardwalk.
Deck 6.
It doesn't say, but there's the rock climbing walls.
because
You're
it's
on
Deck
7. You're on Deck 7.
That's why.
Boardwalk.
Boardwalk
There
is
you
on
go.
Deck 6. So
We were
Central
right.
Park is on 8. Yeah, you were correct.
We were right. So even the solarium, guys, though it was more quiet, obviously, than the pool area,
There
Excuse
were
me, everybody.
a ton of people in there, and
There-
so there was the chatter.
Yeah.
And they were also playing music, which, even though it was definitely not the volume of music on the pool deck,
It was calm music because it's the
It
solarium.
was.
But to your point, there was so many people. Just the chatter of the people talking. I wouldn't have found that spot relaxing
yeah,
because it was just there was a level of volume from the many people in there
yes,
having conversations,
yeah,
and not all like, "Hey, we're in the solarium. Maybe we should whisper a little bit."
yeah.
No,
not
of course
at all.
not.
No.
Everybody's having regular conversations. So,
Yeah. But at
honestly,
least we weren't having to yell at each other like we did on the pool deck.
no.
The pool deck, we were literally yelling at each other.
And outside of our cabin, which is obviously quiet, literally the only spot we found that there was very quiet was down on deck 5 on the running track. There's a little shuffleboard court down there, and there's also some chairs for sitting. That is the one spot that we found that was quiet today.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of the running track itself.
Yes.
The running track, that whole area was pretty quiet.
And they had, a few, I never say that right. Adirondack chairs. How do you
Adirondack.
say it? Adirondack. I never say it right. They had, I don't know, half a dozen chairs like that, and then they had probably a half a dozen cocktail tables and chairs. So that's pretty much it for the seating down in that area. Initially, I think it was yesterday we were talking about trying to find a quiet space, and I thought there was a card room here, not on the ship. There was on the Symphony. And we loved hanging out in the card room in the Symphony because, yeah, it was quiet in there. But this ship,
There's the Crown Lounge. Obviously, that would be quiet, but you have to be at a certain status to get access to the Crown Lounge. If you're in one of the suites up on deck 17 or 18, there's your own spaces up there, but those spaces do overlook the pool, so they're probably not quiet either.
Yeah.
We didn't try to get up there during the day because we probably would get in trouble, but we did get up there last night.
we did.
Anyway,
Yeah.
or early this morning.
Early this morning.
But yeah. Anyway, so all in all, sea day, loud, a lot of screaming.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
A lot of screaming.
Yes.
Oddly enough, I was expecting deck 5, the promenade, to be way louder than it was.
I would have thought so too. I mean, I guess it was probably at a decent level.
Macrina made a comment about looks like the local mall. You know the noise when you're walking through a mall? That's what the promenade sounded like.
Yes.
It's just chatter, but it
Yes.
wasn't at the volume of the solarium. It was just
Correct.
down.
But in the evening, that takes over with the live entertainment that
Yeah.
they have down there, and that becomes loud, and
Yeah.
the pool deck becomes a little more quiet.
Correct. It's quiet up there now.
It is.
The music has stopped or almost stopped. So,
Yes.
yep,
Yes.
there's a switch.
Yes.
Prince says, by the way, welcome.
Hey.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, hadn't seen you in a while.
Loving the neon lights. Looks like an arcade. Yeah, it does. I mean, look, man, the ship is really beautiful.
is.
Forget the loudness for a moment. We want you to know that because if you're looking for peace and quiet, this probably is not the ship you want to book. It's just not. And though it's beautiful, it's not going to be quiet, right? So, I mean, many of the ships that we go on, whether they're new or they're old, there's always quiet spots, or music is more contained. Here, it is not contained.
No, and even in the music hall, sometimes you can go in there and maybe find a little bit of quiet, but they hold, and same, like the attic, they hold private functions in there.
Different
Today,
events.
they had a wedding in the music hall, so that was closed, so that you couldn't get in there. They had an art auction in the attic, so you couldn't get in there.
Yep.
So it made it really challenging today, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, am I going to have to go to my room?
All right. And Prince, we already talked about that. No, the parrot was not real. It's an animatronic. But it does move, and it does appear that it follows you. Like if you come in on one side, it looks like it's looking at you, and if you walk to the other side, it sort of looks like he's following you a little bit. And at certain intervals, and we don't know what the intervals are, he will talk to you. He just didn't want to talk to us.
No.
I think his name's Dave. Is his name Dave?
Oh, shoot. What is
Brian?
his name?
Brian.
Brian.
His name's Brian.
Brian.
Ryan. So
Yeah.
anyway. Hello, Justina. Utopia is a city. Yes, it
Yes.
is. What's the difference between Carnival and Royal Caribbean? Man, Prince, that is a rough question.
That is a loaded question.
Really.
Yeah.
Let's start at the top. Royal Caribbean's going to be more expensive. Their ships are
More innovative.
bigger and more innovative.
Mhm.
There's more activities on like the
Physical.
ship work, like physical activities, like on the Oasis class or Icon, just due to the space, right? Because there's, I mean, rock climbing and flow rider and zip lining and carousels and laser tag and a great kids sort of play area, water slides, a bunch of them, and then the big dry slide, the ultimate abyss that goes down like 14 decks or something. The aqua shows, the main production shows in the theater, and for the longer cruises, those are full on Broadway productions. Carnival can't compete with that at that level.
Mhm.
Are Carnival shows good? Yeah, they're great. Are there things to do on Carnival ships? Oh, absolutely.
They are the fun ship.
They are the fun ship.
Mhm. They've got Fun Squad.
They have the fun squad. Just not the same as Royal.
Yeah, it's not the physical activities like the rock climbing and the laser tag and the things like that.
Yeah, it's
Flow
more
rider.
like bingo and scavenger hunts and
Yes,
which they
and
still have here too.
they do, and they have other kinds of contests and things like that. The Fun Squad is what Carnival has. Very, very entertaining.
Yes.
So they have that.
Food wise, I'd say Royal's food is a little bit better. I mean, we're only on day 3, but Royal's buffet, way better.
I will
Their
put
buffet
an
is-
asterisk with that on the newer Oasis class ships.
Okay.
I found the food on Carnival's larger ships to be better than on the smaller Royal ships. The larger Royal ships, they just have so much more space. They have a lot more variety.
They do. I mean,
Yeah.
they had steak and pork chops in the buffet. They had a whole seafood thing going on in the back in the solarium on
Yes.
embarkation day. But that being said, it's because of the size of the ship and the extra space, they're able to have more offerings.
Yes.
But honestly, I feel the quality is just
a little bit better than
just a
Carnival.
little bit better.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like, oh my God, leaps and bounds, but, a little bit better,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm going to call that one a tie then, because I feel like Carnival might be a little bit better in some
Okay.
of the ships, and you feel like Royal might be a little bit better. So
We can call that a tie.
yeah, we'll call that a tie.
And that's why it's such a loaded question, Prince, because every person that we talk to, every person you talk to, you yourself are going to have a different opinion about the same subject.
Yes.
Right? And so, like, for instance, somebody may love Royal Caribbean's pizza. To me, it's cheese-like, sauce-like substance on a piece of cardboard. It's horrible. It's the worst pizza at sea. Now, that's coming from me. You may come on the ship and eat it and go, wow, man, that's the best pizza I've ever had. I don't know. To me, sauce-like substance on a cardboard box.
But you will agree with me that Carnival has a better pizza than Royal.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Even the Carnival's pizza in Carnival, we laugh at it because on the XL class ships, they're never symmetrical.
They're never round. They're amoebas.
They are, but they taste
they're good.
really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Carnival's second best pizza at sea, MSC best pizza.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yep. So there you have it. Bev
Hope that
says.
helps.
Bev says that really is loud. Man, we don't make this stuff up, y'all.
No.
We don't exaggerate. We don't try to throw gas on the fire. When you and I wasn't far. I was pretty close to
He
Lisa.
was.
And we had to actually video that a couple times because the first couple times
You couldn't
I
hear me.
actually couldn't hear her.
Yeah.
She literally had to scream so the camera would hear her.
Yeah.
It was loud, really. I wish I had a decibel meter, but it's like rock concert loud.
It is rock concert
Really
loud,
loud.
Out on the pool deck, without a doubt. It is
And-
rock concert loud.
And I understand the pool parties and the events, and that's great. But half the time we were up there, there wasn't a pool party going on. There was a pool party today, and some of the clips were during the pool party, but just sitting there to the DJ before the pool party, it was like, oonts, oonts. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt the ship was vibrating. It was crazy loud, y'all. I'm just saying. I don't know. Shane says, have only cruised Carnival, but love watching the series. Thank you very much. A cruise is a cruise. To some extent, Shane, I mean, we love all the cruise lines we go on.
We do, and we say that all the time.
For different things.
Yes, they each have their own things that we like and things that we dislike.
Right.
Yeah.
And in the end, we do have our favorites, right? We meet so many people that literally only cruise one line because they've tried the others and it didn't suit their way of cruising, if you will, or their palate, or their taste in entertainment, whatever it is. And they now just cruise one specific line. When we were on MSC, I can't tell you how many people we spoke to that now only cruise MSC. They used to cruise Carnival, they used to cruise Royal, this other person used to do the Haven on NCL, got on MSC, and they all gave it up and they just cruise MSC full time. And so Shane, the more you cruise and you check out the different lines, it may end up being the same for you, that you find your perfect match for the way that you like to cruise and vacation. Hopefully that makes sense. What's your ports on this itinerary? Okay, Prince. So this ship runs a 4-day, 3-day itinerary. And so we're actually doing both. We're doing it back to back because it's going to take us that long to video the entire ship. But it's the same itinerary. The only difference is on the 4-day, there's an extra day at sea.
Yes.
They go to Nassau and then they go to their private island, which is Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which for us is tomorrow, which is the last day of the 4-day segment. And then we actually have to change cabins, which kind of sucks. Pack up all this crap to move it down 2 decks.
Yeah.
So
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
We booked a guarantee, and that's what happens when you book a guarantee.
Yep. Ashley says to Prince, mostly price, but they both have different things to offer. It just depends on what you're looking for on your cruise. They're both great in their own way. I love them both. And that's pretty much what we just said, right?
Exactly.
Macrina says Carnival is not that loud. No, Carnival is not that loud. I'll tell you, not even close.
No. I have never been on a cruise ship that is as loud as that pool deck is.
Though I will say this, bravo to the audio team that installed this system.
I totally agree.
It really was crystal clear.
Yes.
And amazing.
It is very sharp.
There was no distortion. Doesn't matter where you were standing. Everything you heard, great.
And it is a huge space, and there's no echo going back and forth.
However, when you in the middle of the ship, there's sort of I don't know what you want to call it. So there's 2 pools on one side, and then there's sort of this middle buffer, and then there's 2 pools in the back. Again, we'll show you the upper deck to pool deck on a later date. There was a delay in the audio back there.
Slightly.
So if you're standing sort of just in between the two, you're hearing this echo. So they haven't. Maybe, I don't know if they did it. I don't know why, but you can actually delay speakers, and there's, anyway, I don't want to ruin your head with these things, but they could fix that. But yeah, bravo to the audio team, because I mean, the audio is, it is concert quality.
It is.
And crystal clear, but oh my God, it is loud. And no, again, Macrina is not that loud. In fact, let's finish the rest of her comment. Even though on Lido, except when they have the pool games, and they don't allow Bluetooth speakers. Well, supposedly they don't, but trust me, they're still bringing them on board.
Yeah.
True Texan Girl says, my Royal 4-day cruises were cheaper than 4 days on Carnival Breeze. That's why I went on Royal. Well, there you go. You know, like anything else, cruise lines always run specials, but we have found it across the board that Royal is more expensive than Carnival. Across the board. Is it always the case? No, not 100%. But across the board, typically, yes. Like, we spent probably 3 times the amount of money to sail on this back-to-back than we would on a Carnival 3-day, 4-day back-to-back.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 2 times more. Maybe 2 times more.
I would say double.
Double. Third if it was MSC. Because MSC's really aggressive right now.
Agreed.
True Texan Girl says Carnival has more included food options. Royal has better activities for adults.
And kids.
And kids.
And kids.
Now there's a ton of included food here.
On this ship, yes.
It's so spread out.
It is spread out. They've got little sandwich shops. They've got hot dog shops. They've got the Central Park Cafe, which is like a grab and go. So you can, grab little prepared cups of melons and grapes, and there's a really large selection of food that is included in your cruise fare on the Oasis class ships. Large selection.
But I can say, what did the maitre d' said? This particular ship has how many specialty restaurants?
Oh, I didn't.
So 18. It was a lot.
It's a ton.
It's a lot. And of course, those are not included.
Yes, correct.
So, Valerie B says, another YouTuber made a point that Carnival is most people's first cruise ship. It is like your intro to cruising. I know for me, Carnival was my first cruise. Actually,
Ours too?
No.
Oh,
ours together, but my very
yours.
first cruise was NCL. My second cruise was NCL. Both mostly disasters. Then the very next one, Carnival.
My first was the Carnival, if that tells you how long ago that was. And then,
Stone Age.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Stone Age. Ashley says, I agree. I don't have an issue with Carnival food. I like it just fine. I do too.
Yeah.
But I do think Royal's food is better. I think Carnival has more late night food options, though. It's funny. Because we've been crawling around the ship ourselves through the middle of the night, through the past couple days, as soon as the stream is done, we pretty much settle down and try to get some sleep so we can at least sleep for a few hours. So I have no idea what goes on this ship at night. I mean,
we can tell you which restaurants open at 6, though.
Yeah, meaning after 10:30, 11 o'clock. I haven't gone up to see if they have a midnight buffet going.
No,
I haven't done any of that because again, we've been getting up at 2:45 in the morning and walking. Speaking of walking, we have walked over the past 2 days nearly 13 to 14 miles.
Yeah.
On our steps. Your phone has my phone has a little step counter on it. And that is how much walking we've done so far.
Quite a bit.
And we're still not done.
Robert did a little bit of research on that as well, because we had talked once before, that somebody had brought up that, your count's not going to be accurate because you're on a moving vessel. So Robert looked up to see how your steps are calculated.
Okay. I don't think that's the article.
Do you want me to try to paraphrase?
No. Hang on. If you consider format, so I deleted it. So basically, inside of your fitness devices, to include a phone, is something called an accelerometer, and it runs an algorithm. And when the phone or your device changes speed, there's a spike. And naturally, when you walk,
there's a peak and a valley.
There's a peak and a valley. And it learns within the first 3, 4, 5 steps, which are the peaks, which are the valleys. Your peak is your step. So then it starts counting. Now, there's been other people like Lisa were saying that on ships, they're not accurate. Well, the point is, technically, my phone right now is technically moving. But there's no peaks or valleys because it's steady movement. Hang on a second. I gotta sneeze! I gotta sneeze!
Bless you!
Anyway, so when I take my phone, put it in my pocket, and actually start walking, it's gonna have the peaks and valleys and start counting the steps. So we believe that it's accurate enough.
Yeah.
And yesterday we walked nearly 16,000 steps, 15, something like that.
Yeah.
It takes on average about 2,500 steps to be a mile. So yesterday we did 6 miles. We're not done yet today.
No.
When I looked at lunch time, was it lunch? Yeah, it was lunch. We were at 11,000 steps.
Oh, okay.
So, or was it more?
I thought it was
don't know.
14 was what
14,000?
the number that was sticking in my
Maybe.
head, but I don't know. Whatever, it's a lot.
It's a lot of walking. So I actually feel like we've worked off a little bit of the Davina Yacht Club weight.
I think we have.
I don't feel as bloated.
I think we
Anyway,
have.
moving on. Carnival is the party ship. Royals toned down. I've been on Adventure, Voyager, Mariner. So Carnival. I've been on Dream and Vista. True Texan Girl, I can tell you what, at least from the Utopia of the Seas, that is a wrong statement. This is party, 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 party at this volume all the time.
I walked into the elevator. There was a young man in there, and I was like, "How you doing?" He goes, "Drunk." Okay, well, you're good. Yes, I am.
But
okay.
I think I can offer that. I have smelled far less marijuana on this ship than the Carnival ships.
True. We still have smelled it, but
Yep.
not constantly like on Carnival.
Now, I will add this. Mariner, Voyager, and the Adventure are some of the older ships. Look, it comes down to 3 days, 4 days. Most 3-day,
agree.
4-day cruises, no matter what line you go on, are going to have more of a party element to it.
Yes.
Only because that's really what the 3 and 4 day cruises are catered towards, right? The people that are going on those, typically, not always, but typically younger crowd, people who are more into partying, but those are the same people that can't take a week or 10 days or longer off of work.
Yep.
They can only take a short amount of time, so they do the 3-day / or 4-day cruises, where there's much more party.
And they buy the alcohol package, so they're going to take advantage of
Yes,
it.
yes. So,
Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way.
oh yes, thank you. That thing right there.
I saw a lady today that said, "Shut up, liver. I bought the alcohol package."
But generally, True Texan Girl, Carnival seems to be known to be more of a party ship because they are the fun ship. But I promise you, there is much partying going on this ship right now as there was on the Glory or Conquest. Just less pot.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that assessment.
Actually, it's like, agree, Carnival's pizza is better. Oh,
Yes.
it's we're not even talking the same thing. If you were watching closely during the Deck 5 tour when I got into Sorrento's, they're using what looks like
Toaster
toasters,
ovens.
toaster ovens,
Yeah. it
or,
looks
or like a big microwave. I mean, for God's sakes, they could at least do a conveyor belt. For God's sakes, Carnival's literally cooking them on brick ovens, at
Yeah.
least on the XL class.
on
ships.
the XL class, yes.
On the other ones, they're
are
doing the conveyor belts.
Yes.
Yep. Chris is, have you tried Giovanni's overlooking Central Park? No, but we did agree last night that we are going to try Giovanni's. That is the one specialty restaurant we're going to try. We got in there early this morning when we were doing our tours, and what a beautiful, beautiful restaurant.
Yeah.
The decor in there, fantastic. And look, that is the same with every space that we've seen here. Incredibly well themed, from the pesky parrot, in a lot of these lime and coconut. I mean, just everything is incredibly well done. And again, I know it's still new. The ship's only a couple months old, so it's all still new and shiny. But looking around, if you remember when we went on the celebration 6 months later, we're like, oh my God, this
It
thing's
looked
all beat up.
Yeah.
I see really no signs of it being beat up, at least, on the outside decks.
I have seen some incidental damage, wear and tear, but that's normal. I would not expect otherwise. I don't know. If in our stateroom, I think somebody had a party in here because the little vent is bent, and behind our sign, our headboard.
What vent?
This vent.
Oh.
If you look at it, it's got a little bend in it, like somebody was trying to hang from it.
Oh.
And then the headboard, one of them is like, one of them's like this. Not that much of an angle, just a little bit, but it's not straight.
I think the ship looks great.
It does. I'm just saying, somebody was having fun in this room, I think.
True Texan Girl says, I'm looking forward to Johnny Rockets. Yeah, so we have to schedule time for Johnny Rockets. We said last night we were going to do that.
Yeah, we did.
And Giovanni's, which we agreed. We talked about it today. You know, when we were walking around, we're like, man, this is great. We got to go in there.
Yeah.
And we've not been to Giovanni's before. The only other...
No, the symphony had Jamie's Kitchen.
Jamie's Kitchen.
Yeah.
And what's funny, I'm looking at the menu, and we guys would go on so many cruises. It's hard to keep them straight, but I swear the menus is the same.
I
The
was
menu is the
wondering
same.
if it was the same.
It's just a different
Different
name.
name.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But to your point, Chris is saying that Giovanni's Pizza is the best pizza on the ship. They actually have a pizza oven. I commented about it when we were walking through there. I said, ooh, look, an actual pizza oven. And so that's going to help right there.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
hello, Tuesday. It's Wednesday.
Hi, Tuesday.
Good to see you, hon. How are you? How about a quick live stream from the solarium? It's quiet, no music for you, and we can see real time the ship. Chris, did you miss this? Here, listen to this.
Up on the pool deck. Yeah, this is relaxing. Not so relaxing.
This is more relaxing.
Central Park, not so much. I think we're getting closer.
I think we found the only quiet spot on the ship.
Chris, the solarium was far from peaceful and quiet.
Yeah, and the music was playing in there.
Now, it wasn't loud like the pool deck. I'm
No.
going to go that much. But
No.
there were so many people up there. First of all, there was music going. And just the conversation from people, there was a high level of a high decibel noise in the solarium where you couldn't just have a normal conversation. You actually had to elevate your voice. And then what happens, the next person elevates their voice. And that's what raised the level.
Yeah.
Probably right now it is quiet as can be. But during the day today on this sea day, I was actually taken back at how loud it was in there.
I was surprised as well.
Because
Yeah.
I thought for sure that was going to be our go-to place, and that's where we're going to hang out all day today.
Well, every other ship that we've been on in the solarium, you walk up there and people are talking at that golf talk level, you know? No, it wasn't
No.
like that.
But the nice thing is, remember, we're doing it back-to-back.
We are.
And we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just this group of people. What's it going to be like on the 3-day? And so we're going to check both out so we can come back and say with true conviction that, oh, it's just going to be a loud place and or not. Now, part of it is a lot of the solariums we go into, not just solariums, but adult-only type area on the different cruise lines. Most of them, there's a lot of outdoor area.
And this is enclosed.
is all enclosed.
Yeah.
So the noise had nowhere to go. So first of all, there was that gymnasium sort of sound.
Yes.
And that just echoes and reverberates. I hope that makes sense to everybody. In fact, here, I'll play it again.
Up on the pool deck. Yeah, this is relaxing. Not so relaxing.
This is more relaxing.
Well, I'll mute myself. So you hear that sort of echoey gym sort of sound?
This is more relaxing.
Right. So again, not pool deck guys, but it wasn't quiet either. So there's the middle of the road. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Macrina's like, Gushti, please move my items to the next cabin, please. Oddly enough, our cabin steward met with us today, and he said he'll be the one doing it. So he's pack your bags, leave them in here. I'll get them and move them on to the next one. So
Yes.
we have Royal's version of Gushti.
Yes.
Right? Prince says, I'm cruising MSC Seaview to the Mediterranean. I remember you guys said MSC Sea Class is the best. Any tips for Med and MSC Seaview? Start with a pizza.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Pizza.
Yeah. They're just, man, the ship is beautiful. A whole different look and feel than most normal ships. If I remember correctly, you said you've only gone on Carnival, so it's going to be a little bit of not shock, but it's going to have a completely different look and feel.
Now, the Seaview is the one that we have not been on. We've been on the seashore,
seashore,
the seascape, the
and the
seaside.
But the
So-
Seaview is the sister ship to all of them.
It is.
So
So we're not going to be able to give you specifics, but just generalizations as far as being the sister ship.
yes.
And then as far as Mediterranean goes, I believe they are generally over in the Mediterranean. Is that correct? The
Who?
Sea View?
Yes, yes. So there's a slight difference between the MSC ships that sail full time over in Europe and the ones that sail here in America. They've sort of and begun to sort of Americanize the ships a little bit.
Yes.
I know that's a horrible phrase, but more carnival-like type cruise directors, more sail-away parties. A lot of the cruises that MSC does in Europe are called open-loop cruises, meaning there's basically a port every day. And so every day somebody's getting off the ship and somebody's getting on the ship. So there's never really a first and last day for the ship. There's a first and last day for you, but everybody's first last day is different because it's sort of an open loop. I don't know what specific itinerary you're on in the date, so I can't tell you 100%. I mean, outside of that, look, the entertainment's pretty good. The food is phenomenal. The service has been phenomenal. Now, we have heard that the service on the Mediterranean ships aren't necessarily at the same level of the service as the ships here. Not horrible, just not as good.
I would say the way it was phrased is more geared toward a European crowd.
Right.
You got to remember, MSC is a European cruise line, and being that they are in the Mediterranean in Europe, it is going to be definitely geared towards their sailing preferences,
Right.
not the American sailing preferences. So just be aware of that. A lot of times, and I think probably the best example I can give is in Europe, there's not really such thing as waiting in line like in the U.S., and so there's going to be some cutting, if you will, that we as Americans might consider rude, but it is
Use the
perfectly-
buffet. Use the buffet as an example,
Yeah.
right? So the buffet, there might be a section, and there's 7 different food items. And normally, most people in America, they'll get their plate and they'll, start at item 1 and move to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just work their way down the line. In Europe, they just more walk up to the food item they want to get.
yeah.
So it's not like they're cutting in line. They're just going for that one food item they want.
Yeah, so maybe that was a bad phrase on my part. I apologize for that. But yeah, and it's just that they don't get in line like Americans tend to do. We're conditioned to do that, and they don't do that over there. So don't think it's being rude on their part. That's just the culture over there. Yeah, I think that's probably the best example I can give.
Yes. Chris was asking, and I was scrolling down the comments to see if there was something I might have missed. What kind of included food options? What kind of quality is it? For what? What options are? I'm not sure what you're asking, Chris. I apologize. So,
Be a little more specific if you don't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Macrina says NCL was my first 3 cruises. Aldo did one princess.
Aldo.
Mm-hmm. Aldo did one princess. All others were Carnival cruises since 1989. Wow. Princess, my first cruise was NCL, Jewel, the Carnival Venezia 23, and the Frenzy this past summer. Okay, perfect. All right.
Yes. Very nice.
Oh, she said also, not Aldo.
Oh, also.
Also did
okay.
one princess. I've done
Sorry
6
about that.
cruises, all on Carnival, says Bev. Excellent. Queen says 6 miles working off the MSC chocolates. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Now, that was just one day. We got a lot more to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the big ships are party. This one, ooh, yeah. I did 15,000 steps today. Good for you, Bev.
Yes. Nice.
Yes. Prince is like, I did 12,800 steps in Puerto Vallarta this past August. Ash is like, I hate pot smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conquest.
Yeah.
Pot. Just,
The whole
I don't-
time.
I-
Morning, noon, night.
I'd just love to know what that dog was doing.
I know that they actually had a
They had a-
drug dog on the ship,
Yeah.
walking the aisles
Yeah,
or
I don't
the passenger cabin decks.
Yeah. Macrina says, but I do need to say, all ships are party because it's vacation, of course. You
That's
can
true.
always find parties and relaxation on Carnival and most lines. Of course. It just, 7-day cruises and longer, the clientele is different than the clientele that sails on 3 and 4 days. Again, generally speaking, right? And so the party and the relaxation is different on a 7 and 10 day cruise than the partying on a 3 and 4 day cruise.
Yes.
On a 3 and 4 day cruise, it's like, because you only have 3 or 4 days. On a 7-day cruise, it's more like, and it comes in fits and starts. But on a 3 or 4 days, it's just BTTW until you fall over.
Yeah, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Chris
kind
said,
of partying.
Robert, when you went on the Conquest, did you bring Vaseline, shank, brass knuckle? No, but we should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we said it while we were on it. We're not afraid to say anything. As much as we enjoy the Carnival XL class and all the cruises we've been on, the Conquest was the only ship ever that I really wanted to get off before the cruise was over.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was for us. It wasn't like one thing. It was just all things put together.
Yeah.
And I just feel that's sad, right?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
the Glory was great.
Yeah.
The Glory was a 4-day cruise.
Yes,
That
they
was
went
fine.
to the same islands,
Yeah.
the same. Yeah.
The only
same
difference
length.
was the Glory left out of Port Canaveral and the Conquest out of Miami.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
completely different crowd.
Yep.
Completely different.
Captain's Table MDR says, do you feel like there's enough security on board in light of what happened on Icon? I'll be honest, I don't think I've even seen security but once.
Yeah.
So either they're blending in nicely or the answer is no. I mean, outside of getting on and off the ship. I mean, when you get on and off the ship, you're going through security because they're scanning you and stuff.
Yeah.
Walk around the ship. Yesterday, I saw 2. They always walk around in pairs. Only saw 2. That's all I've actually seen.
I don't think I've seen any security on the ship. But that being said, I haven't felt any situation that I felt uncomfortable or unsafe. Not at all on this ship. On the Conquest, yeah, there were a couple of times that
We went to the cabin.
Just
let's go.
Yeah, we're done. I'm locking the door right now.
We felt the tension rising and the explosion about to happen.
Yeah, you could the vibration, the vibe, the vibes that you were getting from the crowds. They were getting louder and a little more agitated, and we're like, okay, we're done.
And unlike some of the YouTubers out there, I'm not into capturing that on video.
No.
So we left.
Yeah, we did.
A couple times. Chris says, nothing like the aroma of stanky weed as you walk around the ship. Oh, sticking everywhere.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Up like on the Conquest in the smoking area. It didn't matter what time of day I walked by there.
Somebody was smoking.
And because we were doing, we choose all sorts of different times of days to sort of walk around places just to get the complete vibe of spaces. And it didn't matter. There was at least, I would probably 4 to 6 people smoking dope up there at all times.
At all times.
At every time of the day.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, security, just stand there.
Please.
This isn't rocket science.
Where's the dog?
Yeah. He's probably stoned.
He might be, man.
There's too much. Ashley says Giovanni's on Icon was to die for. Expect to have to be rolled out of there. So much food. If they have the banana Nutella crepe for dessert, get it.
Okay.
Chris is like, I'm getting here late. Thank you, buddy. Oh, you're welcome. He says, I've been on Utopia this September for the president. Oh, he'll be on the Utopia this September for the president's cruise.
Very nice.
At night, the solarium is usually quiet. Oh, I agree 100%. It's probably silent up there now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Only Icon beats Utopia. Icon is by itself. Nothing compares. And we haven't been on there, so we can only compare this to the
Symphony.
The Symphony because it's the same class of ship, right? So we haven't seen Icon yet, which you all know, and we maybe get there one day. Ashley, they might have a few rooms left September 22nd.
There you go,
Hope
Ashley.
you make it. Could be epic on Utopia. Anyway, Ashley says, Chris, if I could, I would, but already have 3 cruises booked for 2025, including the group cruise. Woohoo!
And thank you for the thumbs up.
Group cruise.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples.
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. It's gonna be awkward enough. Sorry, we're resetting my tins unit, and she had it on 10. I'm like, oh God. She's like, is it too much? I said, no. It's gonna be a little awkward as I'm trying to speak on camera. So I'm not the hunchback from Notre Dame. That's just the receiver for the tens unit.
Do you want me to turn it down one?
No, that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good.
No.
Anyway, group cruise. If you didn't get the email, there it is. Ignore her. Can I mute her? I'm just muting her. Here we go. It happens every cruise at some point. Thank you. Anyway, for those new to the channel, we are not travel agents, so we did not set this group cruise up to make money off of your bookings. We just want to hang out with the Tallman Clan. At least we think we do at this moment of time. And more so, I'm not sure y'all want to hang out with us.
That's what I'm thinking.
Especially this one. Don't make me mute you again. Anyway, so we have an agent that put this thing together for us. So just send me an email, and I'll forward you Kathy's information. I've been working with Kathy and Chris for, I don't know, since forever. So they're handling this for us. So anyway, so there's that. Also, there's 23 of you. And there's 16 thumbs up. Come on, you can do it. Thumbs up. When we were on the
Please,
Divina.
Thank you.
Yeah, when we were on the Divina, we're like, during one of these live shows, we want to get to 30 thumbs up. We did 10 broadcasts, and not once did we hit 30 while
Not
we were
once.
live. We did after,
Yeah.
but not while we were live.
Come on,
while
we were doing live.
It's a simple goal, and it doesn't cost you anything. Anyway, so where were we before we got derailed here?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Macrina says, thank you. TMC, like you always say, each week is new clientele. Mm-hmm. Just never sure how different each week of passengers will be.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we've experienced this on MSC, right? One cruise we were on, it was like 98% European and us. And then the next cruise, it was all Hispanic and us. Like 2 different cruise lines. It was insane.
It was.
The first itinerary, I forget where we went, but I know the second itinerary, we went to Puerto Rico. And so there was a heavy influence of Hispanic people from South Florida.
The first one wasn't the first one the Caymans.
It could have been because, so
I
the
think
first
it
one
was
was
the
Caymans.
Mm-hmm.
So a more Western Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
Cayman, Jamaica, Cozumel kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the other one went to Puerto Rico, which again brought on a whole different set of clientele.
It did.
Same ship. But I will say this, the vibe didn't change very much. The biggest difference in that particular thing on the first leg of the cruise, or the first one of the back-to-back, most of the Europeans like to hang out on the back of deck 8. And prior to this particular cruise, we were telling everybody, this is where you want to go. It's so quiet. There's always chairs. It's nice and relaxing. There's a pool there, blah, 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 blah. Great. No, not during that other cruise. There was like 6 million freaking people back there. It piled in and just, I was like, holy. But the very next cruise, it went right back to it like it had been
normal.
on every other cruise we were on.
Yeah.
Where very few, if any, people went back there.
Yeah.
So Lord knows what this ship will look like come
couple of
Friday
days.
afternoon,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It could be a whole different set of people. Don't
Very
know,
well could
but
be.
we're along for the ride to bring it to you guys, to let you guys know.
Yep.
And so, and again, there's nothing wrong with noise, just when you're trying to relax, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, group cruise.
Yay!
I just don't want y'all to think it's a complaint. It's not a complaint. It's just a report, right? So anyway. Chris says, Robert, Lisa, are y'all having a good time on Utopia? Any luck with any of the shows? Chris, we can't
Zero
say.
luck on the shows.
Well, have you tried? Did we go down there yet?
I didn't try for the next for this sailing, not for the
Yeah,
next
we're done.
sailing. Yeah.
So, Chris, I can't say yes or no yet. We got on the ship, we ate. We streamed, we slept, we walked around all night. We went to bed at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, slept, got up, had lunch.
Went back to bed.
Editing, right? Stream, sleep. Last night or this morning, up until we went to bed at 7 o'clock this morning. We literally ate breakfast, went to bed, up at noon. So we haven't done anything yet. We've only our first goal, guys, always when we get on a ship, is get the video and the content that we need while we're on the ship.
Yes.
On the other ships that we've been on recently, we've been able to get that done in the first couple days. The reason why we did a back-to-back is we're expecting this to take 4 or 5 days. Now we're ending technically day 3. We're not done. We haven't done decks 15 and up yet.
No.
And we're going to do that tomorrow morning because we're expecting
Knock on wood.
that most everybody will leave the ship. And it won't be like up there, so we can get that done. Once we get that done, then Lisa and
we
I
can relax
and have a good time and do what we do. The good news is our 3 a.m. to 6, 7 a.m. crawling around the ship is now done.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
That's
a big step.
we may actually go out tonight for a little bit after the stream and see some of the nightlife.
Yeah, because we don't have to get up at 2:45.
Yes.
Yeah, so we might actually go check it out a little bit.
We don't have to get up till 9.
Yes.
Well, 8:45.
8:45.
8:45.
Yeah.
I got a meeting.
Yeah.
So anyway. Any luck in the casino? Also, we'll check out the next cruise while I'm bored. I always put a couple of $100 down, and you have, I believe, up to 90 days or a year to apply the deposit if you're uncertain. Haven't only walked by with a camera. There's the next cruise desk, and if during this deck tour tonight, we just told everybody, if you're going to book another cruise, put some money down now, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to know the itinerary. Just put some money down, and you can assign it later.
Yep. Get the extra perks.
Yep. And if you book through a travel agent, it transfers right to the travel agent, and you still get the perks. So, really, it's been all business, and so tomorrow will be, well, even tonight will be a little pleasure, personal, right? And then tomorrow will be a little of both. As soon as we're done with breakfast and the ship clears a little bit, we'll get the rest of the video done. Then we're off to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And if for whatever reason it does take us all day to get done what we need to do, we're coming right back here in a couple days.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So we will be off the ship 100%
Which
during
we're
that
looking
day.
forward to that because we've never been to Coco Cay. So
Never.
every time that we've been on Royal, for whatever reason, our itinerary did not go there. So it's been eluding us. And so we're looking forward to it. We're going to it twice this week.
Well, one of the royal ships we were on was transatlantic, so you can't count that.
Well, that's true. You have a point.
A little bit of a detour.
You have a point. But, the Mariner and the Symphony, neither one of those went there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Macrina wants to know, did you guys ever make it to the MSC casino? No. Oh, she tried.
I did. But if you remember us talking on MSC, you have to link your credit card to your account once you get on the ship.
Yeah, let's make sure we delve into that deeper.
Okay.
on pretty much every cruise line except MSC. Prince, take note of this, okay?
Yes.
Since you're about to go on an MSC.
Yes.
Okay. When you're pre-registering, most of the cruise lines now, you actually put in your credit card information while you're pre-registering and doing your check-in. Worst case scenario is when you're at the terminal, you're giving them your credit card and all that stuff, and it's done. Okay. So when you get on board, your credit card's already in file. Everything's great. Awesome. MSC does not do it that way. You yourself have to take your credit card and your key card to a kiosk that is on the ship. And you have to register your key card and not lock it up, but tie it to your credit card.
Yes.
You physically have to do that yourself. They're not going to do it for you. Okay. And there's 3 decks typically around the center atrium, and all 3 decks have the little kiosks, right? Okay. That being said, let's say there's 2 of you in your cabin, husband and wife. So when you go and you stick your card in, it knows that there's 2 of you in the cabin, and it asks, do you want this card to work for both people? Yes or no? Yes. Awesome. That's what I did, right? Because husband and wife. Awesome. Great. Done. Kaputs. So then Lisa turns around, tries to go to the casino to gamble, and it says, we're sorry, you haven't registered a credit card yet.
And of course, it was when he was out, so I wasn't able to take advantage of it.
So she tells me, I'm like, baby, I swear, I registered a credit card for both of us. So she went to the concierge desk in the yacht club, and they're like, no, it's
there.
registered, it's there, just like your husband said it was.
But I tried to do slots, and a couple of times, and it says, that sorry, this machine has been locked. So I went to the casino host, and they're like, yeah, it's because your credit card's not tied to your account.
Yeah. So anyway, the concierge there up at the yacht club says,
Just
do that
call
again.
me.
If that happens, you have them call me. Gotta love
But I
that.
never went back down to the casino. So.
Yeah, what was it, like the second to last or the last day?
It was. It was.
We just don't gamble. So
No, we don't.
So Macrina, no, we haven't tried it there, and we haven't tried it here. Not yet. Macrina says, take Lisa for a spin on the dance floor.
Oh my gosh, when was the last time we went dancing?
Oh my God, I don't know.
No, I don't know
It's been way
either.
too long.
Yeah.
Ashley says Hideaway Beach at Coco Cay was amazing, and she 100% wants to go back.
Nice.
That's big words there,
Yes, it
Ashley.
is.
Big words.
Yeah.
Hey, we made it to 18. We're 18 thumbs up.
Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Only 12 away from the big number. I don't know what it is with 30.
I don't know.
Just a thing. All right. So I feel we still have one more video to get on deck 4 before I feel comfortable showing you the tour, which is basically Studio B. I don't know if you caught it in the highlights, but we did sort of get into the attic this morning. They were setting it up
For the art auction.
For the art auction, so we walked in there, and so if you look through the artwork and stuff, you can sort of see the attic. But a lot of the venues at night, they're not just closed; they have the fire doors shut. And when fire doors are shut, if you open one, it sets off an alarm. So it's not just the normal steel door like if you watched the Deck 5 tour when we walked up to the theater, that was a normal steel door. So I was just able to open it. Even though those are fire rated, those aren't the fire doors. On Deck 4 for the theater, the fire doors were closed. And again, if I hit that button, man, the alarms are going off and we're going to run. So
as quickly as possible.
So oddly enough, when we actually walked around and did the Deck 4 tour, the theater, the attic, Studio B, which is all there together, they were all behind fire doors.
Every last one of them.
Yeah. So we did get the attic today for you, so I have that. The theater we've seen from up above now, which is great. And we will just try to get some better shots of Studio B. I did get like a 10-second video on day one, but I want to walk around a little bit more.
And
than
I
that.
got like a 5-second video when they were doing laser tag. So it's just, all you see is just neon lights as
Yeah.
I'm panning.
Yeah.
So you can't really see anything.
It's interesting that what they do in Studio B, they convert that thing to do many things.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
kind of neat.
it is.
So tomorrow is either going to be deck 4 or it'll be deck 6 and maybe 8. I don't know. We try to get all this done. And then, of course, we still have 15 and 16 and just, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. And what's also hard, and we're going to have to start lumping things together, is there are things on different, like Giovanni's. Giovanni's is just sort of stuck out of the way on deck like
On a passenger
10 or
cabin
11
deck.
or something.
That's the only thing
Yeah.
up there other than passenger cabins.
Yeah. So it's just hooked is all the way at the front, out of the way
Yeah,
above the
very-
solarium.
Yeah, like what, deck 17 or
Yeah.
something?
So it's not very cohesive. So it's like, okay, today we're gonna do deck 6. Oh, but there's gonna be something from deck 7. Oh, we actually are sticking something from deck 14 on there too, and it's gonna get confusing.
Multi-decks.
Multi-deck tour, yes.
Mm.
Macrina says, I don't gamble either. I work too hard for my money to give it away. See you did win since you didn't spend any. Well, absolutely. And we won because we got upgraded to the yacht club. So that was the big win.
That was the huge one.
That ruined us.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't a
Totally.
win.
Maybe not.
Chris wants to know if Ashley, are you going to try Star of the Seas? Ooh, Ashley, are you going to try Star of the Seas? The next Icon class ship? When that's coming out sometime next year, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Like summertime or something? I don't know. I forget.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
Yep, next year.
Okay. It's kind of late for the public service announcement, but I guess it's better late than never. For those of you who are watching us right now, if you have a question about the Utopia of the Seas, do us a huge, and you want an answer to it, leave the question in the chat. We're on the ship right now. What better time to get, I hate to say the real answer, but look, guys, there's so much crap out there. You just never know what's right and what's wrong. We're on the ship. We can go ask a crew, member and find out what's right.
Yeah.
So if you have a question specific to Utopia or any Royal Caribbean ship for that matter, ask it in the chat down below. If you're watching the replay, well, leave a comment because Lisa and I, we do answer all of our comments. And if we don't already know it, we will find out the answer and we will bring it to you in the next live show we do, which will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? Which is technically our final night of the first leg of this. The last time we did a 4-day, 3-day back-to-back, we were like, okay, well, it's still going to be 7 days. It's going to be great. No, it didn't really feel that way.
No, it didn't. It totally felt like two separate cruises, a 3-day and a 4-day.
And that one, we didn't have to change cabins.
No, we were in the exact same cabin.
Yeah, so we didn't have to pack up or nothing.
But the thing is, they started out the menu, so it's like, oh,
Yeah.
man, we just had that
We just-
3 days
yeah.
ago. Aw.
Yep. So what sucks is we literally have to pack everything up to move it to a different cabin for a couple days. So
Yeah.
it absolutely is going to feel like a 4-day, 3-day.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Nah. Did I tell y'all we have our next year's schedule already set? We're going on some cruises. Anyway, sorry. I can't help
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Chris, I definitely want to, hopefully in 2026. Absolutely.
Nice.
Wait for the third one to come out so the second one and the first one will drop in price. Chris, that's awesome. I'll have to let you know how it is and can't wait to go next year. Are you actually scheduled on it, Chris? When are you going on it? Ashley says, awesome, Chris. Are you going on the TMC group cruise? Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, you gonna
Yeah,
go?
Chris. Are you going on the TMC group cruise? Huh? No, Ashley, not currently. He's not currently booked for the group cruise.
We're telling on you.
Oh, we're just picking on you, Chris. We love you, man.
Yeah, we do. Thank you.
Oh, 19. Sorry, I missed one. 19. We're at 19.
Yes, thank
cute.
We're 11 away. Chris is like, I can't. I have a conflict with another cruise.
Oh.
Danny's like, there's a group cruise? Hey, Danny Mac. Welcome
Hi,
to the channel.
Danny.
I've never seen your name before. Are you a first-time joiner?
Cruiser.
Yeah, First time to one of our videos?
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah, group cruise. Right, group. See, look, right there. Right, group cruise. Just it's up there. 338 days and counting. Yep. So, but all in all, we're on deck 9. We're in an inside cabin in a very strange bank of cabins towards the front of the ship. We're fairly close to the elevator, so moving around, I would say has been pretty good.
Yeah.
The bedding, we haven't talked about stuff like that in probably forever, if ever. The bed's comfortable. It's not horrible. I love the pillows. She doesn't like them. They're too thick for her. But I love the pillows. I don't know.
I think the bed's mostly comfortable.
Yeah.
We've been on which was the Anthem of the Seas. That bed was like a rock. But yeah, they're nice and comfortable to me, I think.
Yeah. And the pillows, like I said, I love the pillows, but they're comfy, but they're just too thick for her.
Just a little bit too thick.
Yeah. McCrean's telling Danny, there's a group cruise, but we all canceled. Ashley, shame on him. I know, right? Shame. For all you GOT people. But hopefully I'll get to see the group on the stream. Yeah. I don't know. I think we'll ban you. Yeah.
Oh, that's just so wrong.
I'm wrong. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, we're going to stream every night. You will.
That's the
you
plan.
will.
That's the plan.
Danny's like, why? Yes, I am. Thanks for asking. Yay, Danny. Can't wait to meet you. November 5th, Star of the Seas. Okay, so is that when it comes out?
No, I think it comes out in the summer. Doesn't it come out in the summer?
I don't know. Do I have info on that? Oh, we got to
Thank
21.
you.
We're
Thank you,
9
thank you,
away.
Thank you. Yay.
Yeah, I thought it was in the summer. Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't
No.
No?
I don't know.
okay.
All right. Well, November 25th, you're going on there. That's going to be is Thanksgiving. Will that be a Thanksgiving cruise? Is that before or after the Thursday? I don't know. Let me try to pull up a calendar. Because I can do that.
Thank you, guys. We
22.
appreciate it.
We're so close.
I know.
All right.
That is awesome.
I'm scrolling through the calendar. When is
Okay.
November 25th? Oh, yes. It's going to be a Thanksgiving cruise.
Oh, okay.
Tuesday? It leaves on a Tuesday?
Oh, interesting.
That's a weird day, dude. Do you have the right date? You sure you're showing up on time?
Are you looking in 2025 or 2026?
I was looking in 2025.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I was looking in 2025. Do I have to do it again?
No, it says 2025. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Who is going to be forever known as 30?
Right?
Funny, every once in a while we'll do that with subscribers. We'll be close to turning a certain number, like, we're at like 6,998, and all of a sudden we'll meet a couple people that subscribe. I'm like, you're for now ever known as 7,000. Anyway, who's going to be known as 30? Yeah, November 5th is a Tuesday. Interesting. Yeah, anyway. Captain's Table MDR wants to know, have you met any other B2B cruisers staying on? Last time on Royal Caribbean Freedom, there were over 165 on the 7-day. Jealous.
What?
We met
Ed and Eileen.
right away. We had lunch with a couple. It turns out we're doing a back-to-back.
Yep, Ed and Eileen.
And I don't think I've seen them since.
I haven't either.
It's a big ship.
It is. It's a really
Lots
big
of
ship.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them again. Yeah.
Nope.
Ashley says, I love cruise ship pillows. I actually just ordered me some Carnival pillows.
Nice.
We had a pillow menu on the last ship. We didn't use it. We just
The
slept with the
pillows
ones
were
we had.
fine.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
But yeah, a pillow menu. Who has a pillow menu? Chris, by the way, So we got up to deck 17 and 18 this morning. And I think the thought of shipping a ship is there, but the execution is not. What I'm trying to get at is, guys, on this particular ship, on deck 17 and 18, there is nothing but suites.
Mhm.
And you take the elevator right up. It is not, you don't need a special key. Just get on the elevator or the stairs and walk right up to 17. Now, that being said, you do, there's glass doors before you can get to where the cabins are, and you need to touch your key to the little keypad so the door will open, or just open the door, which is what we did. We just pulled on the door and walked in. I don't know. There's no concierge. It is definitely nicer looking up there. The decor is definitely
Oh yeah, definitely.
different.
Yes.
We got to look at the coastal kitchen. We got to look at the little area where you can lounge around up top where their pool, splash pool is and stuff. But it's not a ship in a ship concept. Though they have their own restaurant, that they have their own relax area. There's no concierge. The whole butler thing, the everything that really took our experience up 27 notches. I didn't see any of that. First of all, there was no concierge at all desk.
Yeah.
And I promise you, the yacht club was secure. This literally, we just pulled on the door, walked in. Kind of lets us riff-raff in. In fact, this one got this. I was all done. I'm standing by the stairs, ready to go, and like
I'm just up on the outer
Like,
deck,
you
just hanging out,
waiting.
Just,
I'm like,
yeah.
what? You know?
I'm like, where did he
Could,
go?
can we leave now? We're done.
Well, you went out. You went through a different door
I
than we came
did.
through, and
I
I wasn't
did.
expecting that. I thought
I
you were going
know.
to come back.
I went through this one side of the cabins, across
I'm
the
just waiting.
deck, and in the other side and out.
I was just up there waiting.
Hanging out there with the guys that are cleaning.
It was nice. It was. We were outside, and we had just finished walking, and so I'm like drenched in sweat. So the cool breeze just felt amazing. So I was enjoying it.
But Chris, I believe with some, I mean, with a little bit of refurbishment, that area could turn into a ship within a ship concept.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah.
It would be small. Like the ship that we just got off of, the Divina with the yacht club, there was 3 decks that were associated with the yacht club. Here, there's just 2. And so it would be a small space, really,
And
a very
it's
small space.
really just in the front of the ship. It doesn't really come
Back.
further back. So it definitely would be a smaller area, but the potential is there. It could easily be turned into a ship within a ship concept.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
In the coastal kitchen, is that just for suites, Chris? Maybe you know, or can the pinnacles of the world and the upper levels can they also eat in the coastal kitchen? Leave that in the chat if you could. Chris says, coastal kitchen, I wish you could compare it to the yacht club. Yeah, I wish I could too, but I promise you, we ain't getting in there.
No.
Is there a concierge in the suite lounge? There is a concierge in the suite lounge, I promise you.
I didn't see a lounge. Did you see a lounge?
Well, yeah, the lounge was
The Crown and Anchor. I mean, the Crown Lounge. Is that what you're talking about? on deck 4?
No, I think he was talking about up there in 17 and 18.
I don't remember seeing a lounge.
No, there's the kitchen and there's the outside.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that there's not one there. And in fact, I seem to remember there is one, and maybe we just didn't see it
That's possible.
because it was late.
It was. And we were tired, and I was slap happy.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
imagine that. Deck 17,
Let's see what the deck.
suite lounge.
Okay.
It's part of the coastal kitchen, or is it a different space? It sort of shows it as one, but it could be.
Okay, we did see that there was all the seating area inside the coastal kitchen, but it was dark, so we
Gotcha.
didn't walk in there.
Okay, we'll give you that, Chris.
Okay.
We'll give you that.
Yeah, because we just stopped short because all the lights were off on that side, and in the coastal kitchen, there was enough lighting that you could kind of see.
Yeah.
But that was
It
completely
was dark up there. Yeah, to include the restaurant. I mean, we just pitch black.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey. Ashley, Macrina's answering Ashley. Yes, Carnival's bedding is so comfortable to me. Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
It really is, Macrina. They were on sale on Black Friday. Chris is like,
Ooh.
surprised you got in. Usually you have to have a key to open it. Chris, that's what I said. You do.
There's
a
a
key
keypad.
card. But I literally just took the door and went, zzzzt, and it opened. I'm like, oh, I guess we're going in after all.
We are going in.
And we went in.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't know. But I'm glad you got to see it. Yes, Pinnacles and Suite guests only. All right, so Coastal Kitchen isn't just for those staying in those cabins. Also, the Pinnacles can use it as well.
Yes.
Okay. So, I think 20 years from now, when we've hit 30 likes on one live stream in a row, we have made a decision that at some point, when the channel is doing well enough and we're full-time at this, we're going to book a haven. We're going to book a yacht club. We're going to book one of the suites up here on one of the royal ships. And we're literally going to go back to back to back and give everyone out there the true comparison of all three of them happening all sort of at the same time, if you will, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to sailing on one and then 3 years from now sailing on another and then trying to, no, I want to go on one. Next week I want to go on another. The third week I want to go on another. It's going to take some time. It's going to be years before that happens. But
yeah, because currently we're paying out more than we're getting from YouTube.
by far. So, but that's what I said. As the channel grows, it's one of our goals, right? That we're setting that as the channel grows, and the shift in life happens from work to full-time content creators on cruise ships and RVs too. Don't forget our RV love. Yeah, that's what we want to do because it would be good to know. And heck, 2-3 years from now, maybe things are completely different.
Maybe.
Right? Maybe they really try to turn it more into a ship within a ship concept because I'm telling you, I truly feel, and especially from speaking to the couple of people in the yacht club that had been doing the Haven, that left the Haven to come over here, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't compare.
Yeah.
I would say MSC has the market on that. So, anyway, Pinnacles eat there, but I believe need a reservation, but have access to everything. Okay. All right, there you go. Well, we're so far from Pinnacle, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we are.
We'll be platinums.
Yeah.
I after this back to back, we'll be platinums.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we do the Enchantment of the Seas, which we're doing right after this, by the way, guys, we'll be platinum.
Ooh.
I'm entitled now. I'm a platinum. That means I can cut in front of the line. No. 24. We're 6 away.
Yay! Thank
6
you.
away. Chris says food is more premium in Coastal Kitchen. Book a Sky Suite. A Sky Suite. Jeez. Book a Sky Suite, which gives you all the perks. Chris, I'm booking a presidential. No, I don't know. We'll look when it's time.
Yeah. Just not yet.
Yeah. It's look that's
That's a ways away, I think.
those 3 cruises back to back. It's going to be a $25,000-$30,000
That's
month.
going to be more than we've spent an entire year on cruising.
I know. It's not the best and not the worst, but just normal cabin in the Haven within the compound, mind you. It's like $10,000.
Yeah.
On MSC, you can get in for about $5 if you're booking at the right time, right? Their inside cabins are less, right?
Yes.
But just say 5, so there's 15. And I'm assuming a decent suite here is going to be $10,000. So there's just $25,000, y'all, plus port, tipping and $30,000.
Yeah.
We're going to start a GoFundMe. Y'all going to help?
We might
Robert and Lisa want to do a Haven yacht. What do you call that here?
Yeah, what is it called? They're suites.
I don't.
a Haven Suite Yacht Club tour.
Yeah, I don't think it actually has a name.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, it's because it's not really it's not really a thing yet. That's what I'm saying. With just a little bit of work and tweak and move, it could be a thing.
It could totally
right?
be a thing.
It could totally be a thing. So anyway, it could totally be a thing. For those joining us late, if you're catching, sort of the hilarity here, we've been trying to get to 30 thumbs up during one of our live streams. It happens once we're done and people watch it later, and so
Just not while we're live.
it's just not while we're live, and so I don't know. Come on, help us out. It's just there's 21 of you watching, and most of you haven't hit the thumbs up button. I promise. I know you haven't. I know. Just do it. 30. I'm gonna do a cartwheel for everybody.
Will you?
No, I will not. There's
no
we
room
can't
in
even
here.
get to the bathroom.
No, we can't.
How am I going to do a cartwheel?
There's no way you could do a cartwheel in here.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this setup, but shall we give them a look behind the scenes?
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Let's actually, yeah, let's use PAL.
All right.
Okay, hang on, everybody. There we go.
Oh yeah, that'll be much easier.
So there's the door, right? And so cabling and stand right there, so we can't walk through there. There's the table, right? Which normally goes over there. There's the other light. There's the other camera. We're sitting at the edge of the bed.
Yep.
So we literally, if one of us has an emergency need for a restroom, we're either going to have to hurdle over everything or knock some down because we can't move.
No, we can't. We're trapped in here.
Danny's like, come on, everybody.
Thank you, Danny.
And we appreciate McCready's like, oh, let's go.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Macrina.
All right. Well, look, we are not going to beat at that thumbs up thing anymore. We do appreciate everybody.
Yes, we do.
Thus far, it's been a lot of work for the Utopia for us. Obviously, we can report that it's absolutely beautiful. We have taken that all in.
Yeah.
The spaces are so well done.
The food selection and service is
Been fantastic. We were
wonderful.
in and out of dinner tonight in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
40 minutes from the time we walked in until the time we left.
I don't think we've ever been in and out in 40 minutes. And we had one appetizer, we had our entree, and we had our dessert, and I got coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you've been offered coffee every single night.
Every night they offer me coffee.
Yeah. That didn't happen on Carnival.
Nope. That stopped a long time ago.
They even put a basket of bread on the table.
Yep.
That doesn't happen on Carnival.
Yep.
We have tablecloths.
We do.
That doesn't happen on Carnival.
We have a full complement of silverware.
That doesn't happen on Carnival.
Nope. Butter chips.
Ooh. I think they started doing that.
Well, not with the pre-wrapped. They just
They had the little slices. Yeah,
slices now.
yeah. But it was better than they were doing before.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dinner. We didn't talk about dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at the prices for Icon right now for next year. Oh, they are dropping. Dropping! Woo!
Dropping prices.
What was for dinner? Thank you, Macrina. We're just
Yes, thank you.
30.
He
Okay.
is so focused.
All right, so
It was a taste of France this evening.
yes.
Mhm.
Iceberg.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we got to 25?
Yes, thank you.
5 more? All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Iceberg wedge salad, Caesar salad, creamy butternut squash soup, baked French onion soup, escargot à la bourguignon, and a crispy buttermilk calamari. Oddly enough, we both had the iceberg. Yesterday, actually, I had the onion soup, so I didn't want to have it 2 nights in a row. Could use some more onions in their onion soup, but it was pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, the main course, herb-crusted salmon, chicken cordon bleu, classic beef bourguignon, me, roast beef tenderloin,
Me.
And then over here, seafood linguine, spring pea risotto, a grilled chicken breast, and curried lamb Rogan Josh. I don't know.
The tenderloin was wonderful. I was looking at doing the pea risotto, but it's got this mint sauce in there, and it just reminded me. I had a mojito, and after a few sips, it started tasting like my toothpaste. So I was like, "No,
Yeah, we're not down with the mojitos.
Yeah, I don't want mint sauce."
I had the beef bourguignon was absolutely delicious.
Yeah,
served with a little bit of rice.
The tenderloin was perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. It's so tender. Very, very good.
For dessert, there was a warm apple cobbler, me, creme brulee,
Me.
toasted almond cream puffs, ice cream, cappuccino, chocolate cupcake, dark chocolate chip cookies. Oh, I missed those.
Really?
Darn it. And an artisan cheese plate.
Yeah.
That was what was on the menu tonight and what we had to eat. And of course, we took pictures of everything and we'll put them up on our Facebook group. So if you're not already part of our Facebook group, there it is right there. Obviously, it's free. It's Facebook. But you do have to answer the questions because it's a group. It's just two questions. What was the name of your first cruise ship? If you haven't cruised yet, just put muted. And
Or
you gotta
none. That'll work too if you don't get the joke.
Yeah, I guess they had to be here. That's okay.
had to be
And the second question is adhering to the group rules, which is essentially being nice to everybody and no spamming. And it'll let you right in, okay? And we post different things there. A lot of the Tall Man Clinic post their own pictures from cruises and stuff they've been on.
Yeah, please do.
They go back to the flagpole that's in the back and take a picture at 9 o'clock and post a picture, which we haven't seen any of those in a while.
No, we haven't. We love to see your pictures.
I
guys.
know. I'm talking about going to the back and taking a picture at
The
9 o'clock,
flagpole.
the flagpole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, not for nothing, we didn't do it on the Glory or the Conquest either. So
Yeah, we didn't.
I thought about it, but
Dang it. Okay, fine. We're guilty too.
yeah, we are.
We're human. All right, well, I guess we're going to go.
Yeah.
SS muted. All right. What's for dinner? There we go. Ashley said, I had my daughter just go on me. Hit the thumbs up.
Aw,
Thank you, Ashley.
you.
And not me. That's all right. French onion soup, I hope. Yeah, it was good. I had it last night.
Last night.
I always have it I like the French onion soup. Guys, you ask us a lot of hard questions. We like it all. I love Carnival's food. I love Royal's food. I love MSC's food. I love all the food that we have. In fact, we were talking about that tonight. I like the desserts. I love my apple cobbler. She didn't like it as much because the crumbles are typically a little too hard. They were actually kind of soft tonight. But there's just different levels, right? I mean, I enjoy every once in a blue moon going into Waffle House and having steak and eggs. There's nothing, and scattered, smothered, and covered.
Right.
There's nothing like it, right? Is it Fleming's?
No.
No, it's not. But it's what I wanted at the moment, right? And so, Carnival food is Carnival food. Royal foods, it's just different levels of things. And so, if you're looking for a Seasons 52 Fleming's experience, respectfully, don't go on Carnival.
Very true.
Or if you do, you just book the specialty restaurants because the main dining room isn't going to satisfy that foodie in you, right?
No.
And not on the side note, Royal Caribbean either, right? But you'd have to go to the specialty restaurants. However, Virgin, that might be where you'd want to start.
Maybe.
Because their food is all elevated.
Yeah.
And all their restaurants are included. You do have to make a reservation, but all the restaurants are included.
But
So,
we have to put an asterisk with Virgin on everything because it is an adult cruise line.
yes, it is. Anyway.
Yeah, so there is that.
Oh, we got to the 26. Oh,
Thank you guys.
God, do we hang on for 4 more? We need 4 more. Thumbs up to 30 while we're live. Macrina's like, but Tom and I did. They took the picture. I know you did.
You did. Thank you.
Loser.
We enjoyed seeing that.
TMC and no flagpole pick. I know, right? Your fearless leaders forgot to go get pics. We haven't done it on any of the ships.
None of them.
Not a one.
No. We're too busy collecting ship pictures, not us pictures.
I know.
You get to see enough of us with this.
God,
Do you really want to see more of this?
we give up sleep to video the ship. Who's thinking of pictures at 6 a.m.? I can only think of video and how much my back is killing me. Which, by the way, that's still going.
Just went off.
But did yours go off?
Mine went off.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's still going.
Then my battery must be dead.
Maybe.
Yeah, I bet my battery's dead.
Danny says he shows 28. We're at 27. 27.
27. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
I only see 27. I'll
Yeah.
go with 28, but
Yeah.
I only see 27.
Yeah, that's
so.
all I see too.
We're so close. We're 3.5 or 2.5 away. We'll give Danny credit for half. Oh my good gosh. So, oh, I know. Where are those papers?
Oh, yeah. We
So-
didn't talk about that at all.
Yeah. So we've never been to Coco Cay, and I know it's going to look backwards to you guys, but they give us like this little paper, and it's sort of where complimentary things are, where you can go, and other things. It's just kind of nice. It says complimentary amenities and offerings. There is a dedicated tram for Hideaway Beach and another tram for the rest of the island. Tram routes run every 15 minutes all day. Onboard beverage and internet packages work on the island, but beaches and chill zones, Wi-Fi access might be limited.
Beaches are chill zones.
But beaches are chill zones. Oh, I said, and did I say and?
And.
I said and. It's the paint on the glasses. I'm blaming that. Umbrellas, chairs, lockers, and freshwater showers are available throughout the island. When it's windy, umbrellas need to be closed. Little swimmers are welcome to enjoy all the pools, so long as they wear swim diapers. Young thrill seekers can unleash their imagination at Splashaway Bay and Captain Jill's Galleon. Explore the different coves of the Caribbean's largest freshwater pool, the Oasis Lagoon. Make the most of your beach day at Chill Island.
We're at 28.
Oh, we got 28. We're two more.
Yeah.
Two away. 30. Food and drink. The Thrill Water Park Oasis Lagoon. There's snacks shacks. There's a snack shacks. At Chill Island, there's the Chill Grill. And at the Harborside, next to Splashaway Bay, there's Skipper's Grill. Those are complimentary. Then there's a la carte Cocoa Beach and the Hideaway Beach. Those are complimentary for those who have paid for entry into those areas. For those of you who don't know, I mean, this island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, it is segmented. There's a water park. There's all kinds of things to do. But a lot of it is not free. There's different segments. You can get cabanas and different things like in Hideaway Beach. But it seems that there's also plenty of free things to do for those who don't want to pay for access to some of those others. Now, of course, we heard Ashley say she went to Hideaway Beach and can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
Right. So we have not paid for any of that. This time we're just going to walk around, take it all in our first time and scope it out and see what we feel and then make decisions about the future, after our first visit. Right. Yeah. So, like anything else, first time you go, it's like the first time you go on a cruise. We were talking about earlier. For most people, Carnival is their first cruise ship they go on, one of the Carnival ships. And so it's feeling things out. What's this thing all about, right? Yeah. So that's what our time in Coco Cay is going to be. The first time is, okay, what is this all about? We'll take it all in. We'll see what we like, what we don't like. And the next time we go back, we'll, maybe upscale a little bit. They're also what to bring, your SeaPass card, sun protection, map of Perfect Day at Coco Cay, available on the Royal Caribbean app. Okay, closed toe shoes if you plan to ride the zip line. Closed-toed shoes. Beach towels can be exchanged on shore if they get wet.
Thank you.
So, did somebody else?
Yes, we're 29.
29.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. Thank you.
So what I'm thinking is happening is we are getting the delay.
I think we
because every time Danny puts up another number, we eventually see it. Again, beach towels. If you're taking one of the beach towels from the ship off, they can be exchanged there. and headphones to listen to your own music. So again, don't be bringing Bluetooth stuff. Okay, so there you have it. So that's what's happening at Perfect Day at Coco Cay tomorrow. So all right, and there we go. Oh, somebody. One went down and one went back on again. So that's got to be Danny. He's torturing us.
Oh, Danny says 30.
Danny says 30. Drum
All
roll.
right, waiting for it. The computer's shaking. Yes, see, we are definitely on a delay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It takes a
it'll
while.
come up,
We're
I
on
don't
a
know.
delay.
I'm ready to celebrate anyway. So
I am too. Yay! Thank you guys. Yay!
Macrina says, TMC, can you do a thumbs up? Can we do a thumbs up? No,
I don't think
we
so.
cannot.
No.
We can't thumbs up our own broadcast.
Yeah.
We only have one internet access point, and which I suppose we could talk about that. We haven't talked about that. Every cruise line is slightly different. Pretty much these days, everybody's on Starlink. However, you have to buy access to the internet. Now, there's usually two types. There's a basic and there's a premium. The premium sort of lets you stream. The basic is you're going to be able to check emails, okay, if that's the best way to explain it. And, of course, the premium costs more. Now, you buy it by device, by 1, 2, 3, or 4, or whatever, okay, and there's packages. Now, on Princess, Royal, Carnival, I think even Virgin.
Look,
30!
30! Yay!
I need a poof.
We need some streamers or balloons or
I
something.
know. I
Thank
need
you
to-
guys so much. Thank
We
you.
hit 30! Oh my God!
That was awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah, I love that.
You'd think with nearly 16,000 subscribers.
31!
31! Oh my
Thank
God!
you guys.
There you
That was
go.
awesome. Thank you
Anyway.
so much. Thank you.
What
Thank you.
I was trying to say is you would think with 15,000, almost 16,000 subscribers, we could get 30 thumbs up, turn to the screen. Anyway, so the internet. We buy just one because you can move it around from device to device. Like right now we're streaming, so I don't need internet on my phone. And, depending on the length of your cruise, it can actually get a little expensive, right? And so when I'm done here, I close the computer and then I sign back in on my phone and then boom, I can thumbs up later, okay, or whatever. However, MSC, it's literally per device. It like assigns each of your devices an IP address or something. So I have to both get my phone and my computer. Now, it just so happens in the yacht club we got both. So we had two packages. It came with two Wi-Fi.
Two devices.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm getting
Wi-Fi
tired.
for two devices.
Yes. So, but everybody else, we buy just one and we turn it on and turn it off as needed.
Yeah, log
So.
out and log into the next device.
Right? Make sense?
Yep.
So,
Makes
okay.
sense to me.
Anyway. All right, guys. We love you all. We made it to 30.
We
stayed
made it
on
to
long.
31?
We made it to 31. According to Danny, 32. I'm just waiting for it to pop up.
32.
He says 32.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Macrina says, hey, that's my button to press. No. You don't have a button. There's nothing here that says Macrina. I see Rodecaster Duo. I see Aphex Processing. I see Revolution Preamps. I see nothing that says Macrina. No button for you.
I don't even get to push the buttons.
She's got no buttons. Beep. That's the only button. And a button
Don't
nose.
you mean?
Meep. Okay, we're gonna leave.
Yeah.
We love y'all, mean it, but
We do.
we're gonna go see
Yes.
the ship, not with
Yay.
a camera. We're just gonna go hang out.
Yes.
All right,
Been looking forward to that.
right.
Yes.
All right. So love y'all, mean it. We'll see you tomorrow night,
Yes.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless you all. Peace.